What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today we are back on the road to #1 in the whole world on Geoguessr Duels, and disaster struck between episodes, guys. When I was filming that video with Eamon, the 1 million HP Jewel, I accidentally hit the Jewels button instead of the Team Jewels button. Anyway, I was confused because of the new layout, and then I couldn't get back into the Jewel, so the person who I had been matched against got a free win, and I could not get back into that game. They need to add a way to get back into games when you accidentally click play. But anyway, I lost 29. I think that's like the most I've ever lost from a Jewel, which is just absolutely frustrating. So that we're back down to 200th in the world just based on that. We were actually like 133. Okay, we're getting back in here today. Let's see if we can start off with some good wins. We're playing against Tournament Winner, which is a bit scary. Seems like a good player based on the name. But the first one here should be somewhere in... We got a Holy Pole. Immediately guesses. Okay. A Holy Pole mixed with this kind of thing. Okay, that's Romanian language. That is a very scary guess. Immediately going with this no like border. I think this is a cheater. That's my prediction here, but maybe not. Didn't actually guess that close, so probably just a good player then. I don't know, maybe playing on a Smurf account or something like that. But when you see someone with like the plain bronze border, you have to be a little bit worried because, you know. Okay, here we are in Malaysia. We have green street numbers here, so we can't be in Johor like it normally is. So I would say just somewhere in Kuala Lumpur makes a lot of sense here. It seems to be pretty built up. I could even see like Penang or something like that being the second option here, but I think I'll just go there. It was Penang. I don't know, something about the vibes gave me Penang there, but he just goes in Kuala Lumpur. So guessing really quickly is our opponent here. We have to be on the tip of our toes, this is still a round that we could like gain significant elo on. But yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll go over here. I mean, it's nice that he guesses instantly because we're actually able to get our guess in quickly and then the game moves, so that's at least nice. But I am thinking this is probably someone's second account. Could it even be Jupa? I have no reason to suspect that other than the way that the character looks similar to Jupa's one. This is going to be Taiwan. Yeah, guessing very quickly, but none of the guesses are actually suspicious, so I'm pretty sure this player is just smurfing. Could this be Hong Kong? Hold up. I think it's Hong Kong, actually. I don't actually know, but something about that number plate reminded me more of Hong Kong. That instant guess hurts him this time. We do 2,000 points of damage. I also thought Taiwan, definitely, but as I saw the number plate at the front there, definitely reminded me more of that. Okay, but the healing round is here, and I don't really need the points, so I'll just go, and presumably our opponent will go quickly as well, as they have done every round so far. It was Lesotho, but of course we only needed 10 points of healing, so that's absolutely fine. So we have a slight advantage here. I'm still a little bit worried about how this duel's going to go, because the opponent seems strong, but to be honest, I favor myself to do decently against basically anyone, so we should be okay here. That's a no-stopping sign that you'd see in Sydney, so hopefully they don't know it, although there is a yellow number plate here, so that should make things easy enough. Now, could it actually be elsewhere? I mean, this feels like quite a big town, and it's definitely somewhere in New South Wales, so we're not going to be too far, but I guess it could still be Newcastle, or even like Byron or something like that. I think it's Sydney, and it is Sydney, out in the western suburbs. So, again, all the guesses so far making sense from our opponent. They definitely know who I am. I'd like to know who they are, personally. Next one here. Eastern Europe somewhere. It's not great news. We have a long antenna. I think this is actually going to be somewhere in Ukraine, and I don't really know where. Maybe further towards Russia somewhere here. Kind of thought of like middle central, so maybe Dnipro or something like that. I'll go for it. Ends up being all the way over in northwest. I don't really think I'm a very good Ukraine guesser, unfortunately, and that's quite a bit of damage just clicking middle there. Well, that's okay. I think our opponent is also going to guess first most of the time, so I can actually probably change my attitude a bit here and just chill out. That's a black number plate. I think we're going to be somewhere in Ukraine, in Argentina here for sure. And I guess our opponent might be looking for clues here, so I should actually guess, although they have now. I would say not too far from Buenos Aires, but I think just like maybe north of Santa Fe here is pretty reasonable, maybe just like even a bit further northwest here, I hope. And it is just Buenos Aires. It's always Buenos Aires on this map, bro, but it never looks like it. It's always like the outskirts, because the outskirts of the city can look quite, I don't know, they look quite like rural in some way. I don't know, I keep getting burnt by it. Anyway, here we are in like Peru, Lima probably. Yeah, it's just Lima, I would say. There's a chance that this is like one of these Chimbote or something like that, so I want to see if we can actually see. It says Lima right there, and it is definitely a bigger city, so I kind of want to go further north here, but I'm just going to leave it in Lima, I reckon. I don't see anything that's specific to a region, and it's just Lima, so that was a good choice. And again, no damage done here, so we're very even. After the decent Argentina guess, everything is evened up here. I hope for no more, like, Russia or something like that. Yeah, but okay, next one here. We have a Polish giveaway sign here. I like the fact that our opponent is still going quickly. That's definitely enjoyable. I think I click middle here. I don't get a particular vibe either way. Maybe a little bit further south, Łódź kind of area. I don't know. I really don't know when it comes to this kind of thing. It is just kind of some southern there, more close to these cities here. I don't know. 700 points. I'm kind of under the pressure here. I wanted an easy one to start off with today, but that's certainly not what it's been. Quadruple damage now. And we have more Ukraine. Man, how many times do we get burnt on Ukraine? This one, I would say, maybe feels more Western. But last time we said it was Eastern, and we were wrong. So this time I think I just click middle. I think I concede defeat here and just click right there. Let's see if I'm right about that. I thought Western. Okay, it was Eastern. So that's a good decision to just click middle. Clearly, my Ukraine vibes are not really working at the moment. But we lose a little bit more damage there, unfortunately. That's 4.5 times damage. Don't tell me this is Ukraine again, man. It could actually be. It's probably Russia, though. And it is actually going to be Ukraine. Wow. Rainy coverage? I don't know. It is a little hilly, but that still fits for a number of places. I think I click middle again here. That seems to be both of our tactics at the moment. And yeah, I don't know. I think I click like here, maybe. I don't know. This is a bit scary, to be honest. Okay, this one actually was west. That's why it was hilly. I don't mind that guess, to be honest, though. Again, this definitely seems like a good player, because that's probably where I would have gone if I wasn't just hedging. But hey, sometimes you got to hedge, especially when the multis are high, right? Anyway, next one here feels like Sweden or something like that. Actually, not too sure. It could still be like Denmark or something like that. I don't see anything like completely specific here. Wooden pole. I think still Sweden. I do think Sweden here. I don't see any sign. Like, there's no like thing that can guarantee the country here, in my opinion. Although, like, a wooden pole would suggest, like, Scandinavia more, definitely Sweden more. And it is very flat, so I think I click Stockholm here, honestly. Stockholm are a little bit further south. Would even be, like, an Estonian island or something like that. I don't even mind, like, a water hedge here. Maybe, in order to get closer to the Estonian islands, I kind of just guess, like, Stockholm right on the coast. But, honestly, this architecture? No, I don't really see it. I think I just kind of click here instead. Let's find out where it actually is. Oh my gosh, it's just... Man, I saw that yellow band around a pole there before. That's going to be knockout damage. And it's just somewhere in Oslo, and we get beaten by a Smurf. 26 points. I mean, it was a fair game, but I can't lie and say I'm not annoyed by that because, you know, we lose extra points because they're Smurfing. Anyway, I waited a minute here, so hopefully we don't face them again. That would be slightly annoying. But yeah, we are way down in ELO again, man. And you guys know how long it takes to build up. We have to, like, beat a bunch of 800s a bunch of times in a row, and it's just frustrating. Anyway, we're against Stock here, who is got the Geoguessr t-shirt on. They're high rated, so this could actually be pretty good for us. This particular car in the Philippines is more found in the middle, so that's what we're going to click here. We're going to click like right around here, and I'm pretty sure it's mostly these islands where you see this car with the big black window at the back. Is there anything else to say here? Yeah, that's the best thing for Philippines. We got the green plate there as well, and yeah, it's just one of these smaller islands. Yeah, I think that's generally where you see it more. But of course, our opponent on a pretty easy round like that is not going to fail, especially considering how experienced they are based on their profile. But this could be a good opportunity to gain some points, I think. This kind of feels like Oslo to me, although are some of these trees a bit northern looking. It's hard to say. I still get the southern vibe here, I must say. And I don't really want to let our opponent to some signs, so I'll just kind of click Central Southern. Hopefully it's not actually just Oslo, and well, let's see actually what he was going to find. Okay, well, let's just stop here. That's a decent guess. We both basically go for the same thing. So the next round here feels kind of, is it Polish or something? No, not based on the guardrail. So what about the language here? Bit of Cyrillic, maybe? We have a blue strip on the plate. Is that Cyrillic indeed? I still think, like, maybe Serbia is possible here. Although, again, guardrail doesn't fit, plus we have an antenna, so, okay, that's more useful. Although, again, I'm not actually too sure. Maybe this is Romania, although Pole is a bit interesting for Romania here. I don't see anything particularly Romanian looking, although landscape fits. And did we actually see any Cyrillic here? I'd love to move to see some of this, but I think I just click Southern Romania here for the hedge, if I can actually get there in time. I don't really know where this is going to be, though. It's just middle Romania there, so, I mean, ultimately that was always going to be Eastern Europe, and probably just one of these countries here, and so we were never going to lose too many points before the healing round, but it's nice to actually get it right, so we don't have to stress if it's a hard healing round. Anyway, next one here should be somewhere in Malaysia. And I'm trying to suss if I can get a vibe here. I think this is probably KL. Do we have any street signs? Because we can use those yellow ones to get Johor. It's a clue I've known for a long time, but I've only just remembered it. I think on this occasion we probably go KL. I'm not entirely sure if it's there. And this one was Johor. We did not see the yellow sign, although presumably there wasn't one nearby. Should just go Johor, man. Yeah, it's tough. Okay, next one here, 0.25 times healing. What are we going to see? We're going to see some Africa, some South Africa more specifically, I would say. Do we see any polls? I've been practicing my polls. I don't really think we do. And so we'll default to like somewhere around here, I think, based on this landscape. These houses feel quite like East Cape, I would say, so that's where I'm going to go. And yeah, we weren't nearby there, so unfortunately that wasn't a damage round, but yeah, we at least do heal all the way up back to full health, so that's good. 1.5 times damage here, and we should be somewhere in Australia. I want to say this is Darwin as well, although is it? It's a bit hilly for Darwin, maybe. A childcare centre is a 3000s number. Okay. I think this is actually going to be Queensland somewhere, you know, instead of Darwin. Yeah, this looks like Queensland, like, kind of signage. I want to say Sunshine Coast then. It kind of feels like it is a bit more southern because it feels like a big city. And it was just Brisbane there. He goes Gold Coast, so actually getting closer than us, unfortunately. And the stock is going to do 300 points of damage. So really nothing too significant so far. Looks like we're going to be in Europe this time, which I don't really love seeing. Ultimately, Europe is not my best area, and improving on it is difficult. This feels kind of like Italy to me. What do we have here? That language probably is more Spanish. Do we have lots of dashes on the crossing sign here? We don't. So do we have any... Well, yeah, we do have Portuguese number plates here. That's good. I would kind of click central southern here based on the landscape, I think. Yeah, probably more central based on that, but maybe a bit further south, so I'll go there. And it was just near Lisbon there. Okay, not too bad. Again, good guesses from our opponent, but yeah, it's just going to be 200 points. It's really nothing too bad. And we head off into the next round here, which looks kind of like Lima again, maybe. Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping here. What are we looking at? Pole feels right. Car feels Chilean. We've got like a little black bit there. So somewhere northern in Chile with a hill to the north in the city. Definitely Chile. So what does it say on the bus? We got to read the bus here. Bus is surprisingly unhelpful. That's unfortunate. Hopefully there's been no sign. That type of sign might have had the actual place here. I got to go somewhere with a hill north. I don't really love that. Kind of hedge a bit further south then, maybe. I don't really know where this one's going to be, to be honest. And it was just in Santiago, man. How is that Santiago? I guess it's just Santiago. Wow, we lose that much. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm going to start raging. What is that? I thought it was too dry. I didn't actually look around because I was too busy trying to find a sign. Didn't actually observe like how dry things were. Because I thought it was Lima. So I kind of thought it must be further north. That was my logic, but clearly it was wrong. It's just a different capital. Anyway, as the multis wind up here, this could actually still be good news for us because we just need one really hard round. But unfortunately, the really hard rounds don't come that often. It's normally really easy to work out what country you're in on the normal world map duels. Anyway, this one's fine. This one's just going to be India. So the multis do continue to rise here, which is good. So I can at least be happy about that. We have at least had some luck in that way. So 4 times damage. Now if we get the right side of US or Russia or something like that, we do win the game. And this one looks like Thailand, which is not good news, although we could still knock him out with a really good guess. But I would say it's going to be northwest here. And do we have any palms? It doesn't really feel like we have palms here. So yeah, I would go northwest here. He's probably just going to hedge it in Bangkok, so I think it's good to just go and try something here. Chiang Mai feels possible. It could just be Bangkok. I do consider that possible, but has more north vibes. We do have some palms. Liking it less now. Just where we were standing at the start had no palms at all. And it was northern at least, so that's going to be some damage back for our way. It's going to be at least 2,000, so at least gives us some hope here, I would say. But yeah, it was just a bit further south. This is Australia, which is great. Or is it New Zealand? It's New Zealand, okay. North Island, I am feeling here. Feels like south of the North Island or something like that. Yeah, not too sure. What does that say? We have like a ridge to our north there, so we got to guess somewhere with a ridge to the north. That's not too hard to do. Just thinking Palmerston North doesn't really work. Wellington is... We don't really see... Do we see mountains that side as well? Okay, Wellington does have green signs. So maybe I try Wellington here. I don't know. This is a bit risky. Generation 2 camera doesn't really make sense, because Wellington is the capital. Surely they'd have Gen 4. So maybe I had sent too quickly here. It's probably just Hamilton. Or, not Hamilton. It's somewhere with a big ridge. Yeah, it's somewhere up north. I knew it felt too north, but yeah. And we had to try something interesting, and we lose pretty fairly there. So again, more lost. Just 11 points that time, which is fine. GG to our opponent there. And let's head in again here. I mean, we're on a massive downswing, unfortunately. Now we're facing Geoworld, the first low-rated opponent we've played in a while. So hopefully a few quick guesses, and we can finally get a win after 16 minutes in the video so far. No wins yet. This should be, I guess, New Zealand, right? No. Where's the sun? Sun is rather unhelpful, actually. What are we looking at here, actually? Is it Chile? No. I mean, vegetation feels New Zealand. The fact that we don't have an antenna is quite uncommon. We're driving left. Okay, we'll be New Zealand here. I mean, they say that Marlborough is the best place to guess with such vineyards, so I'll go around here, but where is Marlborough actually? I thought it was in this section here. I'll just go there. Screw it. I think it's somewhere there. So we should be okay here. Yeah, mountains all directions and vineyards should be that kind of region. Where is actually Marlborough? Well, anyway, we're pretty close there. There it is. This is kind of the wine region here. Although I still don't see. Oh yeah, Marlborough wine. There we go. Nice. I knew it had to be somewhere around there, but. Anyway, that's a good start to the duel. That's exactly what we wanted. Next one here, we got a holy pole. We've got an antenna. Feels kind of like northern Spain, maybe France still possible. I just have to go quickly here, I think, because it's another difficult round where we're actually nicely rural here. Staff rounds I probably would have liked against our previous opponents, but yeah. Yeah, it looks like we are speaking Spanish here. May actually be further south, but I kind of wanted to hedge in case France. It is actually, you know, a little bit further south, but pretty good guess there. I'm going to do more damage again, so that's good. And we only need 788 points of advantage here, and this looks like a hard round, so I think we knock him out here. Let's see if that's actually true. Well, maybe it's too hard, though. I don't actually know where this is. It's a bit of trekker. The sun is more south? Could not say I know where this is. Thought of, like, Philippine trekker or something like that. That seems possible still. Christmas Island? Could Christmas Island ever look like this? I think it's too expansive for Christmas Island, but I'm actually not too sure. If we were there, yeah, it could work. Could work. Could work. Okay. Might try Christmas Island here. I really don't know where this is. I think the vegetation feels okay, but yeah, I'm really not sure where this is. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where he goes and where it actually is. I'm kind of keen to see where actually this is. And it was actually Northern Mariana Islands. Okay. I mean, we're not that far away, but we only do 147 points of damage. So I thought that could be our round, but it was a bit too hard. I'm glad he didn't get it right, though. Next one here looks like Alaska or something like that. We're getting really difficult rounds here. Not Alaska at all. I thought from this direction it was, but this one will be like Albania, I guess. Montenegro more likely, right? Just based on the architecture. We've got like a big lake north though. Yeah, architecture feels more Montenegro, I thought. No, maybe it is Albanian. This house feels more Albanian. Okay, changed my mind. Where is this lake? Is it this lake here? Could be. Though I don't love that. Well, it's probably more likely to be up here, right? But you know, I'll leave it on the big lake. Why not? Let's see. And we actually 5k'd it. Let's go. We're literally 1 kilometer away there. Is that enough? Still, after all those heroics, we're only gotten down to 96 points. So he survives to the healing round here. Obviously, we just have to go instantly. It's going to be Nigeria, though, so it's going to be a pretty easy round to guess, I think. Let's see if he can get it. Well, actually, it's not that easy. I mean, the car is completely blurred here, so I could see him missing it. But it doesn't really matter anyway. It's only a matter of time until we knock this guy out. I hope, at least. If we lose to this guy, then we're taking some serious steps back. He doesn't even guess here, so he's still on 96 points. If he wins this duel, guys, well, that's going to be one of the all-time great comebacks of anything. I'm just going to have to take off my hat, right? Anyway, this is going to be somewhere in... Where? Thailand, yeah. I think it could be north again here. I'm taking a look at these ones. These are like the central Thailand ones. So I would say, like, we don't have many palms. Again, I don't actually want to go Bangkok here. I'm going to go, like, around here. Kind of similar to the last round. I should learn phone codes for Thailand, actually, because it's definitely a difficult country to region guess, and I feel like that would be kind of high yield. Where will he go? I feel like he already exited the duel. I think he rage quit. Otherwise, why wouldn't he have not guessed on the on the healing round? Okay, he didn't, but it was north there. He just didn't figure out the Nigeria in time, apparently. But that's a good result. We finally get a win on the board. Let's go. Give the video a like, guys, if you want to help me out in the algorithm. That'll be appreciated. Let's head into the next duel here and try and gain back some respect. We're against Sildrig here, Sildig. So this looks like a fun duel opponent, high rated. What does it feel like? We have yellow signs. Let's go. Okay, this is huge. Like, this is literally huge for learning for these duels, because I always get the Johor / KL mix up wrong. But this time I know it. Our opponent knows it as well, but that's okay. I don't mind that they know it. I just want to know it as well, and that's good. That's how people were always able to get so much closer than me, by the way, because I would always be like, how are they getting this, man? But no, okay, that makes sense. This one should be somewhere in the US, based on that flag. It kind of felt more Canadian to me, so I wonder about, like, Detroit or something like that. We have front plates, though, so it's not Detroit. Maybe Ohio, or maybe it is just, like, northeast somewhere. That plate... Sorry, my hair is not cooperating today, but that plate is... bit of red on the top. I think Ohio does actually fit then. Okay, I'm going to try Ohio right near the Canadian border here. Let's go Toledo. Let's go Toledo, Ohio. Maybe a bit of a risky guess. It is, like, pretty far away from a lot, but... It was just Massachusetts. Man, in the next frame, we had a Massachusetts plate right there, but I swear some of the other ones had blue on them, so good guess from our opponent there, I guess. Obviously, like, as soon as I moved, I would have got it. I'm telling you guys, but yeah. This round does not appear to be too much fun because we have a sign giving the place right there, and presumably our opponent will know the places that they find. But I've thought of Isle of Man, I thought of Wales here. I'm not really sure which I prefer. I think I actually may leave it in Isle of Man. Let's see if that could be correct. And it was. We actually vibe guessed Isle of Man there, so that's at least something. Happy with that. 13 points is at least getting us on the board here, but we are still a significant disadvantage. Here we have some Turkey, which I feel like I can instantly go for a guess here. I'm not too bad at Turkey. It's very flat. Vibes would fit for some places and not others. Yeah, it's actually not as easy as I hoped it would be. Konya is first option, like Batman is second option. I think Batman probably works better here. I don't see anything that's actually too useful though, unfortunately. So yeah, it's going to be somewhere flat. I hope it's more east like I think it is, but I can easily just see Konya. And it is actually Batman. Let's go. That's actually a good guess there. It doesn't matter because our opponent will heal up the whole 1,000 on the next round, but at least we don't take any damage. That's at least something to be happy about. And of course, it's an easy healing round. Unlike the last round, this one's pretty much a cinch. We just go in, well, yeah, we got Slovenian language, Slovenian ballads. This is incredibly, it's a cinch of a round, and we're going to be pretty close, I think. Yep, we are indeed pretty close. Okay, at least we are able to heal up as much as we want, and our opponent is back to full health, but that's okay. This could be the round where we turn our luck around, because it's not looking too bad. Okay, this one feeling like Italy. Yeah, feeling like Italy with the bollards, right? Feels probably pretty south. I could even see Sardinia. Catania. Catania. I want to check down here first. Catania, I don't see there. What about over on Sardinia? Also don't see. Don't see either place there. Vibes. I don't know. I click back down here by default. I think we just have to kind of play a bit safer, I think. And it was all the way on Sicily. That is unfortunate, but it doesn't go as badly as it could have, so that's really not too bad. I really meant to click Sicily. I don't think it looked like the boot, the toe of the boot, but that's okay. Okay, this one, I'm going to go NMPZ. No, I should actually look around just in case. Yeah, it's actually going to be somewhere in... Well, yeah, this is a good idea to look around. We have a yellow plate, so I'm assuming this is just going to be somewhere in Hong Kong, and that definitely looks correct, although the black and white curb... I think it's actually Bay. I think this is going to be somewhere in Singapore, right? I hope so. I don't want to be wrong here. It's just Singapore. Wow. Okay, I would have gone Singapore NMPZ, obviously. And then I looked around and I got a bit confused by the yellow rear plate. But with the black plates, it was obviously going to be somewhere in Singapore. I just had a bit of a mental blank. That's okay. Next round here is 2.5 times damage. We are looking at some round poles here. We have a... black writing on the number plate. The round poles are definitely kind of confusing me here. It's somewhere in Latin America. So let's look for some electricity counters. I think it's actually Bolivia, right? We don't have any car. The sun is to the nothing. Okay, great. Plates are remarkably unuseful here. I think I have to go for like Santa Cruz area, but I really don't love it. I actually couldn't say I know where this is. But yeah, it's either that or Ecuador. It is Ecuador. My gosh, bro. I realized it too late. I really threw. Okay, there we go. 8,000 points. Suffice to say, this has not been a successful video so far. But I want to keep playing. I don't feel like I'm actually playing that badly, but hey, at least we face a 800 rated opponent here. Should not be too bad of a round. Dude, yeah, okay. I don't really know, like, I don't think I can't dwell on these losses too much. I don't really feel like I did that much wrong. That one, I would have got it with like 5 extra seconds, but yeah, I mean, like, it was so clearly not Bolivia. I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, we didn't, yeah. Let's just win this one and off the video on a high note. This one looks Mediterranean somewhere. Short antenna, do we have rifts? We have no rifts. I thought of like Albania, Montenegro here. Maline, Albania, based on the landscape. I'm not really too sure, but yeah, I think I'll go for Albania here. It's a fairly difficult round. This is the kind of round we like, guys, because it's not obvious where it is. If you go down the road here, I feel like it is Albania, and it is just going to be southern Albania there. Montenegro, not a bad guess. But yeah, maybe you should have gone further south. I don't know. 200 points damage is nothing to complain about, though. Next round here, hopefully it's going to be something harder. I do welcome harder rounds, although I've not been taking advantage of them so far in this or today's games. I think St. Petersburg, just based on the prevalence of all these trees, but yeah, it's a little bit risky because I could see it being all the way out. What does that say? Zever. I can't work it out fast enough. This could be like Krasnodar or something like that. I'm a little bit worried. It's Perm instead. Okay, that makes sense. I don't think either of those said anything about Perm, although maybe they said I think it's just Perm Oblast, right? Yeah, Perm Cry. So yeah, I don't think that really helped too much. We're on like a toll booth here. What's going to be the play with that? Is this Bolivia? Or, I mean, is this, what does it say? Bolivia. .cl, so we're in Chile. It should be not too far north. Yeah, I could see this is just like north of Santiago somewhere. Reason being that we have like green on the hills, and you wouldn't really see that like too far north here. Like as soon as you get here, it's just dry in the hills. So yeah, expecting to be fairly close here, I would say. Yeah, our opponent goes Mexico there. That makes sense. Sometimes it is good, like just standing still, you actually are put right in front of a clue sometimes, and that's one of those situations where that's the case. But of course, he survives to the healing round. It's 0.25 healing here. I think this is Sydney, right? Definitely looks like Sydney. We don't really need to heal too much anyway, so I'm happy to just go for the quick guess here. Would definitely be 5Kable. We do have the Australian naval flag, which is the Union Jack with the white in it, but our opponent gets Sydney as well. It's probably like wasn't too far from being able to view like the Sydney Opera House or the Harbour Bridge, so yeah, I probably think either he's Australian or he saw that. Anywho, next one is 1.5 times damage. We are looking at France, actually. Interesting. Definitely North Coast something here. We actually are more like this or something like that, right? Because we have coast basically directly to our west. We have like some kind of big harbour as well. So I kind of want to go for like this kind of thing. I don't really know. It feels like Britain. So I think Brittany is really the play here. It could even be like all the way over there. I think I should click further this direction if I'm honest. Just because it really does feel like that kind of architecture. I don't know. I just hedge it here. But somewhere like between this coast and this coast. And it was all the way up there. Okay, that's why I felt like Britain, because it was so close. But oftentimes you get that kind of more architecture over where I clicked. Anyway, good guess from our opponent. Not really a good round from us there. But maybe, I don't know if any of those names were scannable. I don't really think so. Anywho, this one looks like Turkey, does it not? Do we have an antenna? We do have an antenna, so maybe, we have a minaret as well. So I would say then, Albania? Do we have rifts? We do have a small rift there, yeah, so it should be Albania. Obviously, like, there's no Bosnia, so that basically cuts out the other, and Kosovo, I guess, so that cuts out the other options for, you know, Muslim countries, and it is all the way south there. So maybe the deep south kind of looks more like Turkey. I don't know, because that definitely looked like a Turkish round. Albania is the most similar looking country, architecturally and because of the mosques and stuff like that. Anyway, we are looking at some Bhutan here. Just want to confirm with the plates. Yep, there are red plates there. I think our opponent, at their rating, Kamui should recognize it, but he doesn't. Peru is a reasonable guess, of course, but It is not good enough, and we do end up coming out with the win there. So I think I should end off the video there, guys. I don't really know. This one was a little bit of a disaster, but I don't know. We can come back strong. It's okay. What we can say is that this looks a bit worse than it was, because 1, I accidentally clicked game and we lost 30, and 2, we faced a Smurf. The other games were all legitimate, and ones we probably should have won but didn't. But apart from that, I mean, that's just how it goes. So can't be too mad, but hopefully next episode is much more successful than this. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end. I'll see you guys in a video next time. Till then.